It's a year where we graduate our #1 pitcher, we graduated our starting outfield, so it's definitely a season where we have a ton of turnover, but it's exciting because we get an opportunity for a lot of new people to make a big impact on the game, and so just excited for truly the new people coming in and the freshmen coming in, but also excited to see how some of our returners step into new roles and what they can grow and be. Fall for us we got an extended version of it, which was awesome. I think that having kind of just more access to our athletes longer term and being able to touch base with them, being able to kind of have a chance to get feedback from them about, instead of everything being so condensed and hurry up and get this done and change it and then tomorrow it should be better, they actually had some time to kind of sit on it a little bit and make those adjustments. And so I really liked the new format of fall and what we're allowed to do now. And I think that it was really good just for team dynamic and how well they got to know each other and interact with one another as well. I'm a huge fan. We've done it before, right? Ash was a huge player for us and did a ton of great things. We're definitely going to miss her. It's not a question. But she replaced two other people that were the same sort of situation for us, that had thrown for 4 years, their entire career, and we had to figure it out. And that's, I guess, that I'm excited. We have a freshman and 2 returners that hopefully can kind of step into that role. Emma has, shown glimpses of being really, really good. And so now it's just hopefully a time where she can come in and be consistent with that. I think that Elise struggled a little last year, but as a freshman had, again, some moments that were really excellent. And so can we kind of bottle that up and mature through that and be able to have that be kind of who we are consistently instead of just moments. And so I'm really excited just to see how the 2 of them grow now that they have kind of more room to do that with. And then we have a freshman pitcher that, that's always just, hey, let's jump in and see what we're going to find out. But love the way she works and love kind of her energy and stuff that she brings to the field. And so excited just to see who they can all be for us, because I think they all have pieces that can be really positive. Cam is she's special, right? Like, she's one of those people who, she's not flashy. You don't walk up to the field and go, wow, who's that kid like doing some crazy thing over there? She's just a truly solid player, truly solid human being. The intensity that she brings to not just the game, but even the practice reps and the way that she handles herself, that stuff is leadership in a completely different way. And so not only is she a great player for us and produces a lot for us, and knowing that we kind of have the consistency of that is huge. And we're excited to have her back, both just output wise, but also the intensity that she brings to the field is something that is special. And so we're excited to have her as a human back as well. Sid's a great player. She is, regardless of if all the stats match up perfectly any given year. I mean, obviously that stuff is amazing when it happens. It's not always how it works, but she's one of those people who is going to go about her business and work the way she needs to work to be the best version of herself all the time. Like, she is a hardworking, focused person. I think that we can expect her to have a great season because I think that's who she is. I think that that's what she will bring. The things that'll be different this year is that it's a new pitching staff. It's still working with Ashley. It is kind of expanding her leadership role in a different kind of way. Like, she leads the team well, but leading a pitching staff when, instead of there being a senior pitcher, her being kind of the same age as our other people, that's the piece where she'll kind of learn and grow a lot more this year. And I think she's more than excited to do that and more than ready to do that. But she's a process-oriented athlete, and that is, I think, what fits in well here, and humble while she does it. So we're expecting good things, but she's great, and I expect nothing less than her coming and working hard. Excited. I think Aaliyah came in as a transfer, so was a first-year kid for us last year. Was dealing with some kind of pain and injury stuff early. As she worked through that, I thought the second half of her year was great, and so we're expecting to kind of build on that and expecting to have a great senior year. We're excited for that. Obviously, Cam's coming back. That's a big deal. I think that Sharon has matured a lot and has kind of figured out little pieces of, she's always been a great player, but like little pieces of really figuring out how to be consistent and plug it all in. I'm really excited about that. We have a few of our other returning athletes that I think have a chance to make a big splash. Like we talked about Emma already, the difference that she can be and kind of the role that she can have. I think there are athletes like Anairi who have worked their butts off in the off season and gotten into the weight room, and you can see it and you can tell, right? And so it's exciting to see. Who knows how it's all going to play out. I don't know what our starting lineup's going to be, but it's exciting to know that competition is going to be tough and strong, and people have put in the work. Going to be, I guess, our sophomore class. Yeah, I think that just for them specifically, the excitement of having more opportunity is a really big deal. Even for a few of our other juniors, like the chance to try to really actually earn that starting spot and they've all impacted us, but have a bigger impact and actually see their, names in the starting lineup and some of those things. I think they're all just hungry. And so they're definitely fun to coach right now. Pretty talented group of freshmen. I think that our outfield class, specifically like Michaela Noon, is the real deal. I think that she is a good athlete who's going to be able to step in and do some good things for us right away. I think that Kylie Harris, who will also pitch, will have a good chance to get a lot of time in our outfield and make a big impact for us. They both cover a lot of ground in the outfield, and so that's exciting. And then a lot of other people who made big strides in kind of that extended fall season that we had, and so there's some question marks. I don't know who's going to start at a few places, and to me that's exciting because that means we have great competition happening. I think it's nice. We're essentially, there's a lot of layers to it. There's some things that we're going to have to navigate and learn how to deal with. Like we're going to play on graduation weekend, and we haven't done that in the past. That's always been a weekend that's been off. So there's some small things that we're going to have to adjust to, but overall we're essentially trading wet January weeks for nice May weeks. So I'm happy. If we're able to kind of get a bid to the NCAA tournament for our whole conference, you'd sit for 3 weeks before you played again. That's tough. And so knowing that all of that stuff, there's not that big lull that you'd go in and be able to play, hopefully when you're playing your hottest, that is nice too. But the biggest thing is we're essentially trading not great weather January and super short days, dark early, for nice May practices when we're out of school. So the ability to kind of not have 18 things on their plate when we're ending our season and being able to truly just enjoy playing softball and being kind of where their feet are is very nice. Yeah, our Northwest Conference season is tough. It is every year. I think the biggest adjustment we make from preseason and postseason compared to Northwest Conference is just the 4-game series. 4 games against good teams in a row, where it's tough to sweep a series. But I think we do our best to kind of put together a tough preseason schedule every year. We went to Georgia or Kentucky last year, Georgia the year before. Traveling is something that we like to go see other parts of the country and kind of see what we can do. Really thankful to Southwestern for hosting us for all 6 games. It is nice to be going somewhere but not having to travel around all of the state of Texas, but being able to go to one place and get games in is huge while playing good competition. It's fun for the team to get away together and be truly together. I think that starting a season doing that is always huge for just kind of how we gel and who we are together, but also play good teams and be challenged while we're there. I think we get the good combo, and then we come back and get to host a couple non-conference games, and that's always a big deal. I believe we were undefeated at home last year, so playing at home is always nice when we can do it. We don't always get teams to come up, but I think that we're kind of working hard at trying to get more and more teams to come and play us here, and I think that as we do that, it's nice to be able to play in front of our whole fan base and all of the parents and all the families and everything else, and so it's definitely nice that we get those games here too. The newness of every year, right? Like that's part of why you love coaching, is it's the cyclical kind of no team is the same. So it's, even though you're doing the same thing, you're coaching the same sport or you're working the same place, never are 2 years identical. And that's what's exciting. I get to go to battle with a whole new group of people. Even if some of them are returners, it's a new group. And so I really like the people who are part of our program. I always do, but this group has been very focused, very hardworking, and they're pretty hungry. And so I have no doubt that they're gonna be coachable and that they're gonna get after it. And so kind of go to battle with that group where there's a mindset of, there's some good things that happen when people graduate. We miss all of them because they were all great players for us, but there's an excitement to people who now feel like they have an opportunity to go make a big impact in the field. And so that excitement is contagious, and excited to just kind of see what comes to fruition and kind of what they're able to do.